All right, it's time to have that conversation. Nick Sirianni, as of right now, is the best coach in the NFL. Period. He's at the top. And it's for the same reason that Jalen is the best quarterback in the NFL now. It's because he beat everybody. He beat Andy Reid. He beat Spags' defense. He beat Quinn, Dable. The list goes on and on. Of all the, he beat all the top guys. So McVay multiple times. I mean, belt the ass. Shanahan. The list goes on and on, man. So, you can say what you want, but he's just the same reason that Jalen Hurts is now the best quarterback in the NFL is the same reason that Nick Sirianni is the best coach in the NFL because he has beaten everybody and he's at the top of the mountaintop. And as much as I know in our locker room and in the franchise inside house, we don't like to recognize ourselves as the defending champions, but motherfucker, we are. And the only reason we're the defending champions is because we won the championship. We are the champions. We won. So if he's not the best, then I don't know how. I mean, even right after the dagger call, he's the one that called the dagger, even though Jalen was the one who, came up with the play. But he called it. And he trusts his team. He has the most talented players, not just the most talented players in how we trust, but he has them playing hard for him. It's one thing to have talent. Everybody in the NFL has talent. Is everybody going to play hard for you? And every single player on that team plays their ass off for Nick Sirianni and the culture that he's built in that franchise. You got to give him credit, man. You always and the people that should get credit are usually people that don't. They're the ones that, for some reason, aren't supposed to make it, aren't supposed to be the best because they're different, they're awkward, they're quirky, they're individuals, they're their own selves, and that's humanity. Everybody wins. It doesn't matter. The meek shall inherit the earth. Doesn't that say it in the Bible? David and Goliath. So it doesn't matter what you perceive yourself outside. It's what you have inside. And inside, he has heart. He has grit. He's intelligent. He's detailed. He has discipline. He's very disciplined. And his players are very disciplined. We're the class act of the NFL. You know what I mean? Minus, some aggressiveness from, certain players sometimes. But all our players, class acts, very popular, very motivational, very inspiring, good characters, and, just good guys. And that starts from the head coach. It starts from Jeffrey Lurie, the owner and everything. He's a great guy. You know what I mean? Because good people hire good people. Good people want to be around good people. You want to be around like-minded people, and everybody's very like-minded over there, and that's why they hired Nick, and he's done nothing but a phenomenal job. This might be the best coaching job for the first 5 years, 6 years of a coach's career ever. If you think about it, I mean, look how long it took Andy to become Andy. We went through hell with Andy. We went to 5 NFC championships and only 1 Super Bowl. Like, we were like the best, worst team. We were the, how certain teams are perceived as an accident waiting to happen. That's what we were back in those days, for the most part. And now, and then, Andy became Andy. But look, Sirianni's done it in a short period of time, man. And he took the foundation that was left from that 2017, 2018 Super Bowl team, and he kept the standard there. He didn't let the standard go below that. He came in and said, "No, this is a Super Bowl of us." You know what I mean? That's who we are. No matter if we have to take a down year to get it back together, but either way, it's like, all right, we don't get it this year, we gonna get it next year. Like, we going to the Super Bowl, and the culture that he's built in that, and for that team, and for those men, for those young men, um, uh, older men, everybody involved, and he's not perfect. None of us are, but for the responsibility and standards, and it's not easy, man. I'm from South Jersey. I'm from Jersey, man. Like, it's not easy, man, being a head coach of any East Coast team, but especially the Eagles. It's different. Like, you gotta understand, man. Like, when the Eagles win, the murder rate goes down. That's facts. In Philly and Jersey, like South Jersey, like, the murder rate goes down when the Eagles are winning. Like, that's how crazy. That's how much impactful it all. Like, when you're an Eagles fan, you're not really a fan. You're just an Eagle. You're a part of the team, just like them. And everybody understands it, especially through what we've been through in the past. Like, this is the glory years, and thank God for them. But it used to be real out here, man. Like, it used to be real. You know what I'm talking about. My real, back in the day, I'm 39, so I remember. I'm old enough to remember that I'm young enough to enjoy this. You know what I mean? But we remember how we used to be, man. The running joke was always, we don't have any rings. And then we finally won with Doug, and, you know what I mean, in 2017, 2018, and now we went back, 2022, 2023, and then we back and we won it. And we're at the top right now. Like, right now, I don't care what nobody says. Until the end of the year, we are the champions. And Nick brought us there, man. And he's brought us there through ups and downs. He's very honest. He's very blunt. He doesn't, he's a guy's guy. That's the thing. He's a guy's guy. And you can respect him because he's genuine. You know what I'm saying? And he speaks from the heart. And what a really good coach does is he's not just a good coach for your sport and for your team. He's a good coach for your life. And Nick really, gives you advice and guidance for life as well. And you gotta respect that, man. That's a good man. That's a good man. He's not perfect. Nobody is, but he's a good man, and they bought in. Whatever you want to call it, they bought into it, and he ain't got you gotta understand, he ain't dealing with no regular dudes. He's dealing with studs. Everybody's a stud. He's dealing with multiple national championship winners, Heisman Trophy winners, from the biggest schools and the biggest programs. He's dealing with the most, the major talent, man. Major talent. With egos and confidence and pride and all that. And he's been able to bring all that together and manage it. You feel me? And we a black ass team too. We got some real niggas on our shit. We got the exciting whites. Those are my niggas too. I love them niggas. But they niggas too. You feel me? Everybody on our team some niggas. You know what I mean? That's real talk. We real ones, and we don't take no shit and all that. And Nick is able to handle all that. He's able to handle all that, and not just handle it, but mold it into a juggernaut of a machine that is just we are scary, nasty, spooky. Man, listen. He does the right thing with that personality of team. And when you got that type of personality of team, you have to be the bullies. You gotta be the bullies. And that's the definition of Philadelphia. That's the culture. It's fighting and bullying, and you know what I mean? Because you gotta channel that energy. And the guys have bought into it, and they're at the mountaintop. So you gotta give them credit. I can't see any coach better than him. And I can just use the accolades alone. Like he's beat so many coaches, so many great coaches and teams and quarterbacks and defenses so many times. Like they've beaten everybody, and they beat them multiple times. Like picture beating somebody in the regular season, then having to beat them in the postseason. Like he's done that to multiple teams. We beat LA. Let's go back. A year before that, we beat Kansas City in the regular season. Then we beat LA in the regular season. Then we beat DC, the Commanders, in the regular season. Then we got to beat and Green Bay in the beginning of the season. We beat them. We beat all these teams in the regular season. Then you have to go back and beat them again in the postseason when it counts the most, and he did it. He's the best coach in the NFL. It is what it is. And you can't really argue with it right now. You can't argue with it because he's beat everybody. And if you arguing, you just doing tit for tat. You being a whole ass nigga. You're not being real. When you be a real man with honor, you got to give credit where credit's due. Nick Sirianni is the best coach in the NFL, and nobody wants to talk about it. And it's going to happen sooner or later. I'm usually ahead of this stuff a lot. You know what I mean? So I really don't care about it. When you're intelligent, you just be, I'm on a whole nother plane. But if you want to get funky with it, yes, Nick Sirianni is the best coach in the NFL. Hands down right now. There's nobody better than him. There's nobody I would trust to manage and lead a game more than him right now in the NFL. Because he's that good. And, you know, he's done a great job, and that's why we're the champs. Proof's in the pudding, baby. Go Birds.